All right, hello and good morning, everyone. Hopefully, we have no audio problems this morning, as we have had nonstop for the last few days. We are trying something new today. I forgot I actually bought this game a little while ago to play because people had requested horror games. So I bought it when it was on sale and just kind of sat there. But this is Alien Isolation, allegedly one of the scariest games ever made. People have been talking a whole lot about this game being super scary, especially if you happen to have it in virtual reality, which I do have a VR helmet, but I don't know how to stream in VR and, be entertaining to chat and all that all at once. So we are going to play through this game, as horribly scary as it is. As you all know, I do not do well with horror games, but this is requested by the people for the people. So we are going to give it a try here and see what happens. So this is Alien Isolation, based on, of course, the Alien franchise. I know nothing about the game, so we're just gonna play the regular campaign on whatever mode they recommend. Here we go. Adjust the slider until you can see the logo just barely. Right about there is good. Move my microphone down just a little bit so I can see. Okay, here we go. Are you all ready to be scared? Senseless. I have no idea what to expect. I'm guessing aliens. If I had to put money on it, I'm guessing there's going to be aliens. Just a thought. I think this is made with all like the movie people, 20th Century Fox, and all the people involved in that. So
third officer reporting.
Oh, let me turn the sound up so you can hear a little bit.
The other members of the crew: Kane, Lambert, Parker, Brett, Ash, and Captain Dallas are dead.
Okay. Start off
Cargo
with
and ship
gone.
destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks. With a little luck,
This
the network
is
will pick
Alien
me up.
Isolation, one of the scariest games ever made, allegedly, according to Reddit.
This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo. Signing off.
Do you feel the fear building? Do you feel it? Do you feel it coursing through your veins? That heavy bass? Yeah, I turned the sound up so people could hear the Ripley talking.
Ripley? I'm Samuels. I work for the company.
Good morning, Joe.
It's about your mother. We think we may have found her, Amanda. A commercial vessel, the Anisadora, has recovered what we believe to be the flight recorder unit of the Nostromo.
Where?
Zeta Reticula.
What did it tell you?
I've never seen the
don't
movie
know.
Aliens, so I don't know.
The unit
Like,
was taken to
I'm pretty sure
Sevastopol
Ripley
station.
is supposed to be a character that we
It's
care about. Like
proprietary
wasn't Ripley
material,
like
so
the
company
original,
wants it to be collected as soon
the
as
original
possible.
Alien? Like that was her story, right?
Sevastopol's
So
a
like
supply
we should
depot
have a
in the
connection to
region.
these characters,
It's a
but
permanent free port.
I know what it
facility.
is.
I guess I should watch Alien.
Transit's arranged. There's a courier ship called the Torrens heading out that way in 2 days. We're going to travel out,
We.
me and another exec. And you, if you're willing. Look, Ripley, when this job came across my desk, I read the case history.
I should have turned subtitles on.
I know why you're working in the region where she went missing. You're still looking, aren't you? I've been cleared.
So
to
for those
offer
of you just joining us,
grace
this is
on the
Alien
Torrens, if you
Isolation.
want to come
Reddit says
along.
this is one of the scariest games ever made, next to like
Maybe
Resident Evil 7 and 8 in
some
VR. So we are going
closure.
to prepare to have our pants scared off. Once it lets us play. So I have a bad feeling, since this is made by a movie studio, this is going to be like 30 minutes of cutscenes before you're allowed to play, but we'll see. I do have VR things. I can do Resident Evil in VR, and I can do this game in VR. I don't know how to do like VR while I'm streaming and make it like entertaining, because there's, as far as I know, there's no way for me to like see chat while I'm doing VR, so it becomes, you know, kind of boring to just watch some guy have a VR helmet on, right? So that is why we are not in VR currently. So we need to explore the Torrens. We've got a friend. We've got a little bobbly bird friend. Some sleep pods and more in totality. And an ashtray. I'm pretty sure there's no smoking on the space station. I think that's probably a terrible idea to have cigarettes in space. That just seems like it's probably a terrible idea, because like the whole reason why astronauts couldn't use pencils in space was the worry of like pencil shavings floating around and getting in all the delicate systems and all that. I can't imagine having like ash floating around would be any better, but I understand like they've got super advanced systems, so maybe it's not an issue, but it seems like an issue. You're on lookout for the navigational officer, a friend that's just lost his ship. He's looking for work. I can vouch for him. Same old story. Okay. So we're looking out for new people. Oh, look, Wally's here. Or, what was that other robot? The Rob the Robot from the NES days. Okay, I'm supposed to find, like, my clothes or something. Oh, a payphone. How convenient. Why wouldn't there be a payphone on the space station? That makes total sense. Lockers, okay. We'll take all those things. Blueprints to craft stuff. Okay, I didn't realize there was gonna be like a whole crafting thing. I thought this was just like a survive the enemy alien thing, not crafting things. Okay, so we have our crafting stuff, we have our clothes, we have saved the game. Let's find an alien, I guess. Thought this was an elevator. This is not the elevator. Is there like a run button or anything? I feel like I'm moving so slow. There's crouch. The peek button to like tippy toe, look around. Do you hear that like beeping? Is that what I'm supposed to find? Whatever's beeping? Okay, we got a crew of 5 people. But we already know from the beginning that all those people are dead, so I guess we don't need to worry about those. I guess let's go back to our sleeping pod. It's a very claustrophobic like quarters here. Where are we going? I guess it won't let us go the wrong way, right? So we just gotta keep exploring until we run into the alien or whatever thing is hunting us or whatever we're doing. Oh, there's someone alive. I thought everyone was dead. This must be like the past or something.
Ah, Ripley.
Samuels, did you wake up early?
Well, I don't really need as much sleep as the rest of you.
Hang on a second. I'm going to turn on subtitles because I can't hear nothing because I'm deaf. There we go.
I was just inspecting the Torrens facilities. A well-maintained ship. I realize it's a very similar model to...
The Nostromo.
Yes, M-class. A later pattern, but close in spec.
I've worked engineering jobs on ships like this.
Of course. Is Taylor up yet? She's not a seasoned traveler.
Very slow start to this horror game. A very, very slow burn. Speaking of horror, though, we went and saw Weapons, and I think Weapons is probably one of the better horror movies I've seen in a long time. So if you're up for a trip to the theater, Weapons was so good. It was a little confusing, a little comedy, a little bit of everything. It was a really good watch. So if you're into horror, Weapons I think is a must-see of the year. I guess over here? Dex, are you saying anything? I don't know if my chat messed up again. I know chat's been finicky lately, so I just want to make sure that my chat's not all messed up here. Let me refresh it and see maybe if it's broken or anything like that. Alright, there's more chitter chatter, long hauls, coffee, yada yada yada.
Need to send legal at all.
The loss of the Nostromo and its cargo cost the company a lot of money. It's important.
I know I'm supposed to care about all this, but I don't.
Close the case with a conclusive accident report.
I want to see the horror. I want to be scared. I want to bring on
that was insensitive. I realize
the scary things.
15 years and you
to see if the internet lied to us.
We'll both get what we want, right?
Have you seen Samuel?
Okay, we came from over there, so I guess the hyper sleeping chamber is over here somewhere. Now, I've never been on a space station, but I feel like we're walking way too slow, even for like a spaceship, space station thing. Like, we're waddling at a painful pace here. Gotta crouch. Okay, maybe this room unlocked now. This looks like maybe hypersleep. We couldn't go through here before, so maybe this is... No. Alright, one second. I gotta check the control. There's gotta be, like, a run button or something, right? Like, this is out of control how slow I'm moving. See, radial menu, toggle flashlight, raise tracker, fire, melee. Okay, apparently we just haven't unlocked the sprinting function. That is one of those video game things I absolutely despise. Like, oh, you can't run while you're in the tutorial. Like, your character has to learn to run again. You're telling me my character can't figure out how to run until we've moved through a certain part of the tutorial? Really? You have to relearn how to run? It's kind of like how Sonic can't swim in, like, every game. Like, Sonic's been around for, I don't know, 30 years, 35 years. He hasn't learned to swim yet. Like, just one of those pet peeve things. We're going to slowly... Can't run until you buy the DLC. Got to get the, It's like in Pokemon where you have to get the running shoes. Like, oh no, you couldn't possibly run without your running shoes. How dare you try and run? It's exactly like that. Like, it's such a pointless waste of everyone's time, and we all know that it's ridiculous, and yet we just kind of accept it. Okay, so these are the sleeping pods. So the person is not in the sleeping pods. I thought I had to go check on them, so I must have missed something the other way. So let's slowly wander back to the other room. This is such a terrible, terrible start to a game. People have been singing the praises of this game so much, but this is like a horrible start to a game. Just slowly lumber around. Like, maybe they're trying to build atmosphere, but if you haven't introduced any problems or any monsters or anything like that, how do you expect to build any tension if there's literally no tension here? It's just me slowly waddling around, this spaceship, space station place, you know?
All personnel to the bridge. Approaching Sevastopol station.
Looks like
Okay,
we're up.
apparently I just need to walk back to her to talk to her, so we'll go to the bridge now. Hopefully I'm not supposed to memorize the layout of this ship, because I have not been memorizing the layout of this ship at all. Alright, you're just gonna stare at us? You gonna talk? What's... Alright. Well.
Hope you all had a restful journey.
The Torrens is in very good order for an old M-class captain.
She was a wreck when I bought her. Took a few years and a lot of contracts to refit. She pays for herself now.
You said we're approaching Sevastopol station. Are we docking?
I believe your contact
We're at
is
15
Marshall
minutes of
Waits,
playing
is that
now.
right?
For a game called
I'll head
Aliens, there's not a lot of
Sevastopol
aliens.
reporting
Galaxy, Galaxy,
Let's get
hello,
this
good
done.
morning. How's it
Don't worry,
going?
Miss Taylor. Routine. In and out. Connor, how we doing?
SMG loaded and calibrated. Approach vector locked.
Prep comm so I can say hello.
Like in Pokemon, you know, the game is called Pokemon, and you see a Pokemon as soon as you boot up the game. This game is called Alien, and I haven't seen Alien in 15 minutes, so what's going on here? Do I remember you, Galaxy? I don't think so. Sorry, refresh my memory.
Can we
Do
see
you believe
it?
in aliens? You know,
Switch to monitors.
I feel like I have to
Sevastopol
believe in
Station.
aliens. Like, obviously, as a Catholic channel and how much we talk about
Looks
God,
like damage.
I believe in God. I
Punch up
believe God
74,
created the
tight
universe and
angle.
created everything. And maybe
like
it's
the
just
dry
because I
dock
have
bay
like
is
this
screwed.
limited
I
human
can't bring the Torrens into
understanding,
that.
but like, why would God create this vast cosmos of just infinitely scaling billions of planets and stars and atmosphere and all these
Tawny
different
Bond,
things for
you're
it
holding
just
the
to be
Nostromo flight
us
recorder unit.
on
we
Earth?
request immediate permission
Right, like
to
that
transfer
doesn't
the
make
passengers
sense to me. And
portside
maybe it's
over.
again, maybe it's just because I have a limited human understanding. I don't see the big picture, but like, why would you create billions of planets for humans just to live on one
Hello,
planet
Marshall?
and nothing else in the entire vast
Marshall, this is the
everything?
Torrens.
You know,
Say
that just
again?
doesn't make sense to me. And like, we found a few planets that are livable, habitable, so obviously that it does support life in some
Station's
way
comms seem pretty
elsewhere.
screwed up,
And that's
so
saying that they
a
have to
fitted
live
Samuel suit with
with
a radio
the things that we
booster.
have to live with as humans, right?
only
Not
keep
saying
the
that they
Torrens in
couldn't have
transit for
any
24
other
hours.
form of
heard from
health
us by then.
or living in different
Safe trip.
environments. So I think we will find
Stand by.
alien
My
life at some
contract doesn't
point. The
cover
question
this
is, though,
space
like,
works. It's the
you know,
only
it's always
option.
that thing of, like,
It's
are we
perfectly
alone in the
safe
galaxy?
to
Are we
do
not?
right.
Or is it that there's already, like, other things that are aware of us and either are monitoring us or don't want anything to do with us? You know, it's that scary thing of what happens if
Depressurize
someone
now.
does travel to
Hitting
Earth.
this. Just
It's
shadow
not like
me,
anything we
Taylor.
would have possibly
You too,
stopped them if they have the ability to
Affirmative.
travel through space, and we barely can do that. Like, what would be really cool though, if we ever got space travelers who came to Earth, like the Vulcans in Star Trek. You know, they come, make first contact. They could give us
My God, Ripley.
the technology
You're
to be able
doing
to
good,
explore
Taylor.
our oceans. Because the crazy thing to think about is we've explored more of space than we have our own oceans.
Taylor,
Because our
Ripley,
oceans
hold
are
on!
so deep and so much more that we can't realistically explore a lot of our planet, because most of our planet is water, and most of that water we can't access because we don't have the technology to be able to deal with like those crushing fathoms and depths, right? So potentially, if turn the game down, if we had space travelers come to us, they may have the technology that would allow us to travel deeper into the oceans, and that's going to be really cool to see. Like, what could we possibly find down there, except for probably more aliens. Is this game free? No. Alien Isolation, it's an older game. It came out in 2014, so like it's cheaper now, but I'm pretty sure it's still around like $15 without a sale. I'm checking now. $40 without a sale, probably around $15 to $20 on sale. So far, I would say not worth it, but you know, I'm being overly harsh. Once we get into the meat and potatoes of the game, it's supposed to be really good, but this has been the longest 20-minute start of the game ever. Okay, so we need to find help. What are we changing? Are we changing out of the spacesuit and we're changing into regular? Okay, we're out of the spacesuit. I think we finally have our sprint buttons. Nope, we don't. Use registration points to manually save your progress. They will warn you if enemies are nearby. Ooh. Okay. Are enemies nearby? Okay, it didn't say there's any enemies nearby, but I have a health bar now. Having a health bar typically means I'm about to take some damage, right? So...
Oh.
And climb into the air ducts? Okay. I'm guessing this is where you, like, hide from the alien or something? But yeah, I'm really excited to be able to explore the oceans. There's got to be so many cool things down, 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 super deep. And, you know, you think, like, Kraken's okay, but what about, like, there could realistically be, like, dinosaurs down there, right? Like, I know it's probably hopeful thinking, but you think of, like, crocodiles, jellyfish, and lobsters, which are all virtually immortal in that they don't die of old age. They continue to regenerate, and rather they only die from an outside force. So potentially there could be like a dinosaur still in the depths of the ocean that has just survived for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, and it just is unaffected by any natural predator, so it just exists. How cool would that be? Basically a biblical Leviathan, right? Like you have a creature that's 50 million years old and the size of the state of New York, just swimming around down there feasting and living. Crabs are perfect though. There is what is that process called? There's a scientific process for crabification that a lot of things in nature tend to try to become crabs, because crabs really do have a very perfect like body shape, body, whatever you call it. Efficient. They're efficient. Maybe not perfect, but they are efficient. Why would we throw the flare? What good does that do us? Why would we want to do that? Now I can't pick it back up. So yes, everything tries to become crabs. Hi, Galaxy. Oh, I see. It wants us to crouch through here. Okay. Can I have my torch back, please? No? Okay. Someone you always know working new. Why is there graffiti down here? Is it supposed to be like, oh no, there's a psycho on board? I thought that thing was aliens, not space punks graffitiing my spaceship. Crabification is so juvenile. I don't remember what the actual process is called. Okay, this looks like it's going to have a gun in it. Bonding agent charge pack. Okay. Compound B. That sounds like maybe like an explosive we can use. Something to blow the alien up. Which reminds me, so we were watching it's kind of on the topic because there was like the Alien versus Predator movies, right? Like, okay, so we were watching, there's a new Predator movie that came out on Hulu. The Predator of Predators or something like that. And it was okay. Is this game playable on PlayStation? I do believe that it is on PlayStation and Xbox and PC. So we were watching the Predator movie, and like the whole thing is Predator's supposed to be like this ultimate predator, right? That's why he's called Predator, because he's like the king of predators. And so they made a new movie. It was a compilation of like a Viking, a samurai, a space outlaw. All these different people had to take on the Predator. But here's the thing: is every single one of those people was able to kill the Predator. Like how is the Predator scary or intimidating if literally a Viking from the year 5000 BC can take out a Predator? Like, how is he supposed to be the super advanced killing machine if literally a Viking with a stick took out the Predator, right? Like, they did the Predator so dirty. How are you supposed to establish him as this super powerful, all-knowing hunting being that collects prizes from all around the galaxy as the ultimate predator, but a human with a stick can take him down? Like, I don't get it. I understand that they were trying to tell like a story, and the whole thing was supposed to be like, oh, the human spirit and indomitable and how strong they are, but like the Predator's not a threat if literally every human in existence can take him down, you know? So I felt like they really dropped the ball on that. And granted, I don't know a whole lot of Predator lore. I think I've seen the first Predator movie, but that's about it. Like, I haven't seen a whole lot of them, so maybe my Predator lore is off. But how do you make a movie about the ultimate hunter and every movie is the ultimate hunter being destroyed? Like, that seems like a very bad premise for a movie, a very weak premise to have. He's the ultimate hunter, but he loses every fight in every movie. I don't know, maybe I'm complaining too much, but the graphics were good. Like, the art style of the movie, phenomenal. Like, art-wise, it looked great. Super enjoyed that. The story I just could not get into. It just didn't feel believable. Man, do I actually have to read things? I feel like I need to go back and read things. What is it? Everyone knows that in modern day gaming, it's supposed to automatically give you the passcode because you looked at it. You tell me I actually have to memorize the passcode? That's some hooey. Tell you what. I do like how they did the passcode system in what game was that? The South Park games. Those were really good. 0340. Remember that, chat? 0340, where you could spam numbers and it called you out for cheating if you just looked up a guide on how to do it. I felt like that was really good. The last South Park game was a huge disappointment, but I'm hoping that they make another game like Stick of Truth. Stick of Truth was so good, and I want them to return to the Stick of Truth. That was such a good game. I want more of that. Okay, we found scrap, a med kit. You found a blueprint. Press B to access the crafting menu and collect med kit. Build the med kit. Okay, I don't have everything for a med kit yet. Am I streaming on Twitch too? I am not currently streaming on Twitch. No, I'm only on YouTube right now. Admin, hello. Only on YouTube. I used to stream on Twitch, and I moved over to YouTube because my big problem with Twitch was like there was no discoverability. Like, you had no chance of being found unless someone was actively like seeking you out. What game are we playing? This is Alien Isolation. It came out in 2014. Reddit said that it's one of the scariest games ever made. Super tense, super stressful. So people have been asking for me to play a horror game, so I thought this would be a really fun horror game, because apparently it's super scary. I'm not seeing that yet, but we're hoping to get to the super scary part soon. Is this where we came from? I feel like this is where we came from. I am at the very start. Yes, I have not seen the alien. We just basically started the game. The ship just like broke down, and now we're wandering around looking at things, but we have not gotten very far in the game. But I've heard that like the alien has some really good AI. I've heard that he like really makes it stressful as he learns the way that you play and avoid him. and that interactivity is really good, especially for when this game was made. So I really want to see that because I've heard it's really good. And again, I've heard the game is super terrifying in VR, which I could see. VR definitely increases the immersion, so I could definitely see this game being way scarier in virtual reality. Okay, we went the wrong way. We wasted our flare. So things are looking grim already. We have done poorly. So maybe one of these doors unlocked. No power. No power. I do hate this about horror games, and horror movies are very bad about this too, where it's like, oh, it's supposed to be creepy and atmospheric, so we're just going to make the game dark. So dark you can't see anything because, yeah, I get it's supposed to be dark. It's like night scenes in movies, right? I understand that it's supposed to be night, but like, I want to see the movie. Stop making it so dark. So many movies nowadays are so dark you can't see anything on the screen. And I feel like this game is getting to that point too, where it's just so dark I can't see anything. Okay, do we need to reset? No, we've already reset the power. So what are we doing here? Find a way to restore power to the shuttle. Okay, so we've already restored power in one area. Lots of people are afraid of the dark. I guess so, but like I don't like the dark either. I definitely don't like going out into the dark, but like being immersed in darkness in a video doesn't really trigger that, right? Like it's not real. Maybe I'm just too literal. Like, why would I be afraid of the dark in a movie that I know can't hurt me? Maybe I'm not getting lost in it well enough, but like I would prefer to be able to see things, to see what I'm scared of, rather than, you know, just blank darkness. Okay, so can we like zoom in a little bit more and see? What's that red X mean? That's a save point. So that's a save point down there. Red X means locked. Point of interest, security, personnel, okay. It's not super helpful. I definitely don't like going out in the dark. 100%. If I can choose not to go out into the dark, I will avoid that. And that's mostly because of people nowadays. You know, in my area especially, like we've had 4 or 5 shootings in my town in the last month, and we had an attempted kidnapping that was all over the news just a week ago. So like, I know the dark can't hurt me, but I definitely know that the people lurking in the dark can, and that is why I do not like the dark, because we've had a pretty rough go of it lately. A lot of bad things happening in my neighborhood. So I would really like to move out of my neighborhood, but the housing market still sucks. So we're kind of stuck here for a little bit. Okay, is there anything?
Harris, Turner, get back here now. We have a track somewhere in engineering.
Okay, apparently that's all we had to do was tell the computer to turn the power on. So that was way simpler than it needed to be, I guess. Because creepers be creeping. We definitely live in a creepy neighborhood. There is no doubt about that. Okay, the electrical wire zapped me, so good to know. The environment can hurt me, so we gotta be careful of that. We gotta crouch under broken wires and stuff. Baggage, elevators, gift shop. Can we visit the gift shop? I feel like that's important. Call it a red herring, but I feel like them pointing out that there's a gift shop here is super important to the game. Need an ion torch for that. Video calls there. Which is more scary, jump scares or darkness? Jump scares, I don't even classify jump scares as scary. Jump scares are the cheapest form of, quote, scary media. If your horror movie has to rely on jump scares to be scary, then it is not a scary movie. Like, that is just how humans have evolved. That if something is jumping out at the screen, it gets a physical reaction out of you because that is That is how our entire like biology is built. So it's just cheap. If your horror movie has jump scares in it, I automatically knock 2 points off of it. You cannot be the best horror movie of all time and rely on jump scares. It's just a garbage method of getting a cheap reaction. And there's so many movies that rely on that, and it makes me so mad. Like you hear about like the horror movie peoples have figured out that if you play certain notes at a certain frequency, then it will unnerve the human body because it's not, those frequencies are so low it tells you that something is wrong. And okay, but if your entire movie is just playing that frequency and jump scares, it's not a good horror movie.
Damn it.
Same thing with like, I don't understand why people find like slasher films scary, right? Like Friday the 13th. It's not a great movie. It's a campy horror classic, maybe you could call it, but like watching some guy walk around with a chainsaw and chainsaw people isn't scary. It's just pointless gore, right? Like that's not horrifying. That just exists. Or same thing with like I Spit on Your Grave, where it's just like this revenge, like, oh, it's gonna be so brutal and grim, and like, okay, you're showing a lot of gore, but a lot of gore isn't scary. It's just gore. Like, I feel like so many people don't understand what makes a horror movie good. I think my favorite horror movie, honestly, is I'm trying to remember its name now. That's it's terrible. It's my favorite one. I can't remember its name. It's the one with Bagul. The one where they had Bagul, and yes, there is some cheap scenes in it, like the one where they have like the kids are all tied up and they run the lawnmower over them. That's pretty brutal. But like the way that they have Bagul just like in the background constantly and just like slightly moving, that is the kind of unnerving you like to see. Like you paying attention, you see, oh, the villain is in the background, he's kind of just moving around a little bit, those sort of things. That is what I absolutely love. Not the Babadook. The Babadook was good, but not the Babadook. It's made by the Sinister. Sinister is what it's called. Sinister has Bagul, and the first Sinister I thought was like the first genuine good horror movie I saw that was actually like horrifying. Speaking of horror movies, I saw The Conjuring one. So we went and saw the new Weapons movie, which was really good. But we saw that there was also the new Conjuring movies coming out with The Conjuring 9 or whatever they're at. There's so many Conjuring movies. And, you know, when Emmy and I were super into like the paranormal investigation and demonology and that whole world, Ed and Lorraine Warren came up so much, and I'm just at a point in my life where I'm convinced that Ed and Lorraine Warren were just absolute frauds. And so seeing them featured in a movie is no longer like, oh, it's so interesting to see that demonologist, it's so interesting to learn about that world. I just feel like these people are just taking these guys for a ride. They're charging them money to tell them, oh, there's demons in the house, woo, and then we'll charge you $500 and we'll make the demons go away. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm jaded. Maybe I'm a skeptic. I don't know. I just don't believe anything they say anymore. I know that like people give them a lot of credibility because colleges asked Ed and Lorraine Warren like to come speak at like classes and do teaching things, but I'm pretty sure I'm fairly confident the whole thing was just made up. Like the whole, oh, we have to keep Annabelle behind the glass because Annabelle's so haunted that the great evil will be unleashed on the world if Annabelle ever escapes. I don't buy it. I really don't buy it. Sounds like a business plan to me. Exactly. The dude was a great businessman who had vision for how to sell an idea, and he sold so many people on that haunted Annabelle doll. I have 508 subscribers now. Way to go. Every little bit, right? Every day. Every day, if you get one subscriber, you're growing. Though there will come a day where those numbers fall, right? There's some days where like you'll gain 10 subscribers, the next day you'll lose 7, then you'll gain 3, and then you'll lose 2, and then you gain 9, and then you lose 1, and then you gain 12, and then you lose 15. Like, as long as you're gaining subscribers, that's awesome. But it does come in waves. That is frustrating. But yeah, I would sleep in the same room as an Annabelle doll, is I guess what I'm saying. Like, if you put that haunted doll next to me, I would put my money where my mouth is and say, okay, I will sleep in the same room as the uncaged doll and show you that it cannot hurt you, that it is just a doll. You have 9 subscribers? Or is my screen cutting off? Is it more than 9, or is it just 9? Excuse me. I'm also mad because they heavily feature in the trailer, they feature Ed doing the St. Michael the Archangel prayer, which has been a prayer that's been really in the limelight again because Catholics have been saying it for the last few days. The St. Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle, be our safeguardedness against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of heavenly hosts, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all the evil beings who prowl about the world seeking the ruin of souls. Like, I love that prayer, and I hate that they're using that because I was going to use that prayer for something that I'm working on, and now it's just going to look like I'm copying them, and I don't want to be associated with The Conjuring in any way. So even though it's a historical prayer with great history and a lot of different things behind it, it's going to look like I'm trying to copy The Conjuring, and I don't want to be associated with The Conjuring in any way, shape, or form. Can I unlock the sprint button already, please? Can I just move a little bit faster? Just a little bit. As a treat, can I move faster as a treat? Ooh, there we go. We finally got the first scary thing popping out, I guess. Y'all see that person running in the jump scare sting music of Dawn. The Scary Movie did, I mean, every horror movie appropriates Catholic culture in some way, right? With rosaries or scary nuns, or even worse when they do sexy nuns. I hate that. Or, the Catholic priest coming in, doing the exorcism, like, oh, this demon is too great. Even I, as a Catholic priest, can't stop the greatness of this demon. Like, the scary movies have been stealing from the Catholics since the dawn of scary movies. All right, let's crank the power. Let's crank that soldier boy. You crank that soldier boy. Not gonna lie, that was a banger of a song. Like, as far as like annoying earworms go that you just can't help but love, Crank That Soldier Boy is like top 5 greatest earworms of all time, right? The top 5 earworms that I hate to admit that I love. I whip my hair back and forth. Love it. Crank That Soldier Boy. Love it. Now Watch Me Whip. My top favorite annoying song of all time is the Now Watch Me Whip. Now Watch Me Nay Nay. Like, I loved that. It's Monday morning, can we not? Numa Numa is on that list also. I know it got memed to death, but I do love me the Numa Numa song. Was definitely a favorite. And then Beep Beep I'm a Sheep. And as a bonus runner-up, we have to mention the classic Do You Like Waffles? Love me the Do You Like Waffles song. Someday I'm going to reach out to the guy who did the song and ask if I can use the song since he hasn't done anything with it in like 10 years. I would love that to be my intro song. Every morning we can just wake up to Do You Like Waffles? Yeah, we like waffles. Do you like pancakes? Would love that. I watched the Naruto version of that. When I was 13, I watched the Naruto version of Do You Like Waffles for like hours on end. I too was victim of brain rot. Can we see, like, is there anything scary in there if I look through the door? It's Monday morning there. Here it's Monday evening. I wish it was Monday evening. I'm ready for Monday to be over. Even though this is a short week for me, I'm ready for it to be over. What am I missing? I feel like half of this game is just wandering around wondering what to do. So far, I would give this game a 0 out of 10. This has been a terrible experience for gaming. Like, it's boring, it's not tense, it's taking way too long to unlock sprinting and the actual scary parts of the game. The tension is not properly building, And I just feel like I keep wandering around looking for what button did I miss clicking, because that's what some of these games are. Is like, oh, you got to find the right button to click, the right combination of things to unlock the scary. It's not very good so far. Reddit has lied to me, I feel like. Yes, I'm a huge fan of Soulja Boy. I was until, like, I'm pretty sure I read this on Reddit, so, you know, grain of salt, is it actually true? I'm pretty sure Soulja Boy hasn't released any new music because didn't Soulja Boy get locked up in jail for, like, trying to commit homicide against his cousin? Or something like that? Like, Soulja Boy's in jail right now, isn't he? I'm pretty sure. I've read it on Reddit, so it has to be true, right? The internet said it. Alright, what do we got in here? We've got a note. November of 2137. It's honestly not that far away. Also, wanting to feel old and not far away, Facebook reminded me that it was the 20th year anniversary for people who graduated in 2005, which means my 20-year reunion for high school is coming up here soon. That's gonna make me feel really old. He did remember that stupid failed console, the Soulja console. Yes, I really, really wanted to buy the Soulja Boy console when it came out because I knew that it was gonna be this giant flop, and I wanted to get it on the ground floor. But like, it's one of those things of like, on one hand, it's buying a piece of technology that's only gonna exist for a very, very short amount of time because I knew he was going to get copyrighted into the ground, and he did. But on the other hand, it would be a total waste of money because I knew that it was just going to basically steal a bunch of things, which it did. He's not in jail. He's not, really, he's not. Did he attempt to homicide? It's your 20 years since graduating high school. That is a long, long time. Especially knowing that basically everything we learned in high school is probably no longer true after 20 years. At least in the realm of, like, science and all that sort of thing. Maybe the math is still the same. But I have to imagine that most of what we learned is probably no longer applicable after 20 years of high school. And I do not plan on going. Like, I do not... Maybe like, high school reunions were cool before, like, Facebook and things like that, but like, why would anyone want to go to a 20-year anniversary for your high school? Like, do you really miss your high school friends that much? Like, I really don't. I couldn't care less what any people that I knew in high school are up to now, and at best I could feign interest in the, oh well, that's really interesting what you're doing now, but I truly don't think I would care what anyone from high school is up to. So I definitely see see it as a waste of time.
Something's on this station with us and no one knows what it is. No one fucking knows. They put braces on the doors.
So now we have the ability to pry things open. Hold LT and RT, and then push left. Okay. So that like a door lock? Like that was like a physical lock to lock the door? Okay. So now we've got a hammer thingy. I guess let's go beat things with a wrench and see what happens. Now we can open this. 07 will be my 20 year. Are you gonna go? If I didn't make it clear, I'm not going to my 20 year. Like, no way, no how. And, like, I know there's people who, like, rent cars. Like, they rent their Ferrari or rent the Corvette so they can show up and, like, oh, look at how successful I was. I rented this very fancy car so I can show off to people who I haven't thought about in 20 years and will continue to not think about after 20 years. Also, how messed up is it that, like, the people who planned the 20-year anniversary and stuff are the people who were, like, on the special counsel for that in high school, right? How can you ask a kid who is 16 or 17, still in high school, you're asking them for a 20-year commitment to plan a party in 20 and 50 years for everyone else? Like that, how can you ask that of kids? That feels like that should be the administration's problem to track down people and do that sort of thing if they want to do that. Like, how can you ask a kid, like, hey, in 20 years from now, you're going to have to spend a couple years of your life tracking down every single person, sending out invitations, plan a party, and then clear it with us? Like, that seems bonkers to me that you're going to put that burden on a kid, you know? Outrageous.
Okay.
Come on!
Oh, well, there goes my wrench.
Where'd you come from? Ripley?
Off station. A ship.
There's no ships here.
There are now.
Well, that's good news, because things are not so good here. Something blew just now. Rocked this whole place.
Our class president was a clown and none of us had faith. What is this game? This is Alien Isolation. Came out in 2014. I don't remember a whole lot of my class president, but I remember my valedictorian. Our class valedictorian had the most egocentric speech of all time. And the only reason I remember it was because it was so absurd. This kid goes up there and is like, I'm standing before you as a valedictorian because I worked harder than all of you. I am so much better and smarter than every one of you. You could have been the valedictorian, but none of you tried as hard as I did. So I'm up here because I worked hard and deserved it, and I'm going to be someone. And the rest of you are down there because you are lazy and didn't put in the effort to try.
I need to contact my ship.
That was our valedictorian's inspiring speech to us to go out into the world. It was so ridiculous. The frame rate looks a little choppy. Yeah, it's not very good.
Seeks and comms is in the Systech Spire. It's quite a distance, but we can get to transit through the freight area. But watch yourself.
It was not. It was real sad because he thought high school mattered. And this is going to be one of those. If I have anyone who's still in high school watching, I'm not saying that staying in school doesn't matter, but I am saying that being the top dog in high school, in the grand scheme of things, will not matter for 99% of people. It might matter if you're trying to get yourself into like an Ivy League school or anything like that, but for the vast majority of people, being the valedictorian in high school will mean absolutely nothing for you. Valedictorian's crazy for that. Ours worked so hard they burned themselves out and peaked in high school, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Because like, yes, your transcripts might matter. I mean, I went to college. My transcripts didn't matter. I went to a college where they basically like, do you have a pulse? Do you have $5,000? Congratulations, you too can be a college graduate with $5,000 and a pulse. So that's basically how I got into college. They didn't care about my transcripts, they didn't care about my grades, they didn't care about extracurriculars. But you know what? I got my piece of paper that says that I went to high school or I went to college and I got a degree. So like, did his fancy valedictorian make his bachelor's degree any more viable than mine? Probably not. Because most workplaces, again, 90% of workplaces don't actually care about your college degree. They just want the piece of paper that says that you did it, and then they're going to train you anyways, right? So, like, putting in all that time and effort in for what? And, like, I got jaded at the end of high school because I was in all the AP classes. I was working hard. I was doing all the extracurriculars. And then my senior year, I was like, what's the point? I'm not going to go to college right away because I can't afford it. So, like, whether I go to AP history or remedial history, I just need the grade to get the diploma. So I took the easy way out. My senior year was basically like, I feel like I could have graduated a whole year in advance because my senior year was, I took 3 credits to leave early to go to actual work to earn money. So I only did half days. And in those half days, I had a class called the appreciation of history through cinema. And it was basically just an excuse for our teacher to show movies, and we would watch movies. So I would start my day by watching a movie. I'd go play around in PE, and then I played video games in programming class, and then I went to choir, and then I went to work. Like my senior year, I didn't learn anything, and that's mostly because I had already spent so much time doing like the AEP classes and all that. But like, I feel like I should have just skipped senior year, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, again, I'm glad I got my high school diploma, but it felt like a waste of time. I got a full tuition scholarship to my school of choice, got a couple degrees, never used them. I don't think I had any real ability to get scholarships, and the main problem was that you had to fill out the FAFSA form, and there were certain blocks in my life that made it impossible for me to fill out a FAFSA. So I couldn't really complete the first step of even getting into college because I was unable to complete a FAFSA. So like there was no point.
They don't like strangers. Even nice
no
guys
point.
like me.
I'm shocked.
I ain't pulling your chain, darling. You want to go?
But we've talked about it before. I do kind of want to go back to school. I do want to go to like a Catholic college and get a master's degree in theology. I really do feel a calling for a master's degree in theology, but I don't. It's one of those things where I don't think I would actually use it. So like I would love to teach like an OCIA class. I would love to teach a class for a church. I would love to be a part of that, but I don't think that's where I'm supposed to be. Big Body, hello, good morning. Yes, Catholic. Abyss Walker, welcome in. I am Catholic, and this is a Catholic stream, so I would like to get my master's degree in Catholic theology, but it just seems kind of like a waste of money when I can still learn all the stuff on my own, right? Like I don't need the degree, especially if I don't plan on using it. Like what's the point in spending the $10,000 on a master's degree? It'd probably be more, honestly, probably closer to $20,000 on a master's degree that I don't plan on using. Good morning, everyone. We are playing Alien Isolation this morning, a horror game that so far has not been very scary.
We don't want to get caught.
We now have a flashlight with batteries. Oh boy, we love a good battery survival segment where you have to control your inventory of batteries. The isolation part's not even true. There's this dude who's been wandering around with us for like the last 20 minutes. We're not very isolated. It's a dude right there.
What now?
I'll watch the vent.
A friend of mine went to Catholic middle school, and the nuns would hit him with a ruler. I have heard a lot of stories about Catholic schools and getting hit with rulers and other terrible things. I have also heard a lot of people say the best way to ensure that your kid is not Catholic is to send them to Catholic schools. So Emmy and I have talked a great deal about if we have kids, what school do we want to send them to? And I don't know about Catholic school because I am so worried about that because there's so many, like, the weird thing is, like, one of our Catholic schools in our area is mostly non-Catholics. And it's one of the weirdest phenomena I've ever seen where, like, you have all these atheists who will come and they say, I don't believe in Catholicism. I don't like Catholics. I don't want your religion. However, I acknowledge that your Catholic school is superior and the morals and teaching and everything they will get out of Catholic school is far superior than what they will get elsewhere. So even though I don't believe in what Catholics believe, I'm going to take advantage of their school system and send my kids to Catholic school. That I don't understand. My school is Catholic too, but also a cushy private school, so no one got hit. Too many pretentious brats, though. Got in too many fights. My school is like that too. Catholics are a minority. Yeah, that is the case for unless the school very specifically says you must be Catholic to attend, it is going to be an overwhelming majority of people who are not Catholic. Good morning, Bubble. Have you seen the state of American public schools? Yeah, I get that, but also, like, for example, I was talking to someone about their kids being in the local Catholic school because I was curious about sending our kids someday to that school. And he was talking about how like they have a large portion of LGBTQ parents who bring their kids to the school, and they are outright very unhappy with the Catholic Church, and they'll say how they disagree with the school teaching their kids the Catholic theology of LGBTQ, but they'll still send their kids there and pay the school money to send their kids there, even though they're like actively against the teaching and what they're learning. Like, why are you sending your kids to that school if you're actively trying to get them not to teach the things that they're being sent to that school to learn, right? That doesn't make sense to me. You don't get an education, you're likely to get shot. Yeah, I mean, is Catholic school going to be all that much better? I don't know. Like, I think homeschooling really is the only way you can ensure your kid gets a good education. And even then, like, I don't believe in homeschooling for most people. Like, if we talk about the average intelligence of the average American and not being able to read above a 6th grade level, and they can't understand media and all the problems you have, like, what good does it do for parents to homeschool their kids if they themselves can't read above a 6th grade level? Like, it's the blind leading the blind, right? So I am not a big advocate of homeschooling, simply because I know the quality of education they're going to get from that homeschooling, right?
Great.
I don't know if you remember me, Aswats. I don't think I do. Sorry, remind me. What was the USB that kept disconnecting? So I'm actually on a new camera. I think it was my camera. So this is the new Elgato Facecam 4K. So you can see me in beautiful and wonderful 4K. So I think it was the camera. So far it hasn't been happening. So I think it was my camera. Hopefully we have solved the problem.
Keep your guns ready.
Someone's gonna have to tell the boss.
Sending your kids to a religious school and being mad they're teaching them religious things. Yeah, that's exactly my problem. Most people aren't smart enough to teach. That is just a true fact of life. And I know so many parents want to say, well, I know what's best for my kid. Statistically speaking, that's just not true. Like, that's just statistically, that's probably not true that you know what's best for your kid. Like, I just... Is that a person? That is a person. They just shot me. I am dying. I am shot. We'll let things cool off a second. Homeschooling is something I'm divided on. Amongst the blind, the guy with one eye is king. That's exactly how I feel about it. It's the blind leading the blind, and that's exactly right. And I do feel like, as much as, again, I don't think that asking the government to intervene in things is almost never the right call, right? We don't want more government intervention. The government can't do things good either. However, if they're going to just allow anyone to be homeschooled, they need to include some sort of, like, standards, practices, something to prove that your kid is being actually taught. Like, I know that there's a big thing right now ongoing, like unschooling, where your kid teaches themselves. So if your kid wants to learn about dinosaurs, then you learn about dinosaurs that day. If your kid wants to learn about space, and you learn about space that day, like, yeah, that's great. That helps them learn about the things they're interested in, but also they need a firm grasp of math and science and literature and other things. So if you only teach your kid the things that they want to learn, then they're going to have a knowledge of dinosaur chicken nuggets, dinosaurs, Hot Wheels, and Pokemon, right? Like, that's not going to... Can that guy see me? Or what was that? Can I knock him out? I think he sees me now. We worked with rabies today. That was extremely tense. Rabies terrifies me so much. Everyone should be scared of rabies. 100%. Because there's no cure for it once at a certain point. If you get to the doctor fast enough, you get, what, like 15 shots to the stomach? And if you don't, then you die a horrible death. Like, yeah, rabies does not sound fun. It's a very divisive thing. I don't know if I agree with that fully. I feel like learning about interests helps. Yes, definitely. Hi, Big Body. Learning about things that you're interested in is super helpful. I'm just saying you have to learn other things too. You can't just learn about dinosaurs and macaroni, right? You have to learn other things too. You can't just learn the things you want to learn. You have to learn the things you don't want to learn also, because that's how life works. You need those skills, right? You get as many shots per weight, and they put each shot in a different muscle. That's even more horrifying. That right there, that is my incentive to lose weight. So if I ever get rabies, I get less shots. That is right there the number one motivation. I am now going to lose so much weight. that is the motivation I needed to lose the weight. Speaking of weight loss, this Friday is the Assumption of Mary, and we will be starting the St. Michael the Archangel fast for the second Lent. We are going to attempt a 40-day fast. Excuse me. As always, I'll tell people, don't do anything without your doctor's permission. I'm not a medical expert. I can't tell you what to do or not to do, but I'm going to attempt to only eat one meal for 40 days, which will help me lose some weight and also learn a lot of self-control. It's going to be a very, very difficult thing, but we are going to attempt a 40-day fasting period. What do I need to do? I need to go hit the same power at the same time. Okay. So I plan on maybe documenting a little bit of it, maybe doing like a little docu-series of that journey. I imagine by like day 5 I'm going to be so hungry, but we're gonna see.
Ready. On 3.
I'm very excited to attempt this.
3.
Work at a research lab, and currently a few labs are collaborating on a better rabies vaccine. That sounds wonderful. We need more of that in the world.
Fuck you! Get here now!
Oh, look at that. We unlocked running, but it's not working. Why is running? Is this running? Is this what you consider running? That does not seem like running. Please stay hydrated through ORS or coconut water or juices if you're super dehydrated. Yes, I am going to take supplements, and I am going to have a couple protein shakes as well for vitamins and extra stuff throughout the day. So I do very much plan on trying to keep my health first and foremost, because I know there have been people who have died from 40-day fast, and it's not going to be like the 40-day fast where you don't eat at all. I know that's killed quite a few people who've thought, oh, I'm going to do the Jesus fast. I just won't eat for 40 days, and they end up dying. I do plan on watching electrolytes, supplements, all that sort of thing to make sure that I stay healthy. I also have a doctor's appointment after a few weeks of it, so I will make sure that I'm checking my health there to ensure that I am good to continue. Husband tried the 40-hour fast from Good Friday to Easter. He made it 31 hours. That's pretty impressive. Like I do 24-hour fasts pretty often, and that tests your limits. But we'll see how well this goes. All right, we're an hour in, and we finally saw the alien. It has taken 1 hour for the alien to show up in this game.
What the hell was that thing?
Let's go into the hole, maybe? Can we go up? Can we follow him? No, we cannot. Okay.
I keep moving.
I did try also some coconut milk last night. I read a recipe that said that if you take coconut milk, like a full fat coconut milk, just plain old like coconut milk in a can, and you add lemon juice to it and some lemon syrup, you'll have the most delicious, frothy, creamy lemonade you have ever had. And I tried that, and it was delicious. A little bit too many calories for me, but the coconut milk lemonade was absolutely delicious. Apparently, you're allowed to have a little bone broth during, but he didn't know that. Well, so the Catholic rule on fasting is not hard and fast. Most Catholics, like if you go to Catholic Answers and ask about fasting, they'll say that the rule that they usually tell you for fasting is you're allowed one full meal and then either 2 snacks or 2 smaller meals that do not accumulate to 1 meal throughout the day. And that's a very, 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 very loose definition of fasting. But that is what most people take to be like a fast is, okay, I can only eat 1 meal and then 2 smaller snacks throughout the day. And so it's not nearly as intense as like a full no food fast at all. But it is still difficult for some people. It's like mixing sodas, half Coke, 1/4 root beer, 1/4 Sprite. They taste exactly like a root beer float. There's actually a new root beer that just came out. The just released this August is a 0 sugar chocolate sundae root beer float in a can, and it's actually pretty delicious. It's got a kind of a funky aftertaste that I'm not a huge fan of, but I do like it. Is the transit coming? Like, it's taking forever. I made a strawberry and peach mango pineapple compotes last night with fake sugar. They turned out incredible. Isn't compost the stuff you put on your plants to make them grow more? Like, why are you making compost in the kitchen? Take away the pineapple, though. I don't want to die. I made my own granola bars again. I've heard making your own granola bars makes them super good and super tasty. Compote, not compost. I don't know what compote is. It sounds like a band, though. Like, you go, that sounds like the opening show, like, we are Compote! Like, I can see it being a band.
Serving Seeks and Communication Technologies, Tech Support Services, and Gemini Exoplanet Solutions.
Are you gonna put the granola in the Compote? Okay, so we can call the transit, and we can move from parts of the ship to other parts of the ship. Stop saying Compote. You're the one who brought it up. I'm just reading what chat is saying. It's pronounced Compoat. Compoat. I do make compost in the kitchen. It has a veranda. This is because half my plants are in the balcony. Compost and yogurt. Sounds great, Dex. I tried, I made a post about it, but I finally tried the, I tried the chili and cinnamon rolls. And that was surprisingly good. Like, the cinnamon went so well with chili. Like, when I make chili in the future, I might consider just putting cinnamon in the chili itself. Goofy, hello. Because the chili and cinnamon roll was surprisingly delicious. I would definitely eat that one again. Now, granted, the cinnamon roll I ate was a legendary cinnamon roll, so it was a protein cinnamon roll that had no sugar in it, but the the taste and consistency was still pretty close, so I'm going to count it, and I say you should try it. If you haven't tried throwing a cinnamon roll in your bowl of chili, and you will be amazed at how delicious it is. Probably not the healthiest treat in the world, but you've never heard of Cincinnati chili. I have not heard of Cincinnati chili. What is that? I might just get to try something like that here soon. My brother apparently is going to get married next year, and I'm considering going out and seeing the wedding in Des Moines, Iowa, and road tripping across America. We get to see Utah and Nebraska and Montana, and we could pop over to Chicago and all sorts of things. Ooh, what's this? An access tuner. Hack the elevator security. Okay.
Circuits are fried. Easy fix. Just need to find a new data cell.
Find a data cell. Okay. Utah is beautiful. Where are they coming from? Guess we have to hide. Hide from her. So when I was turning in, this is going to be my rant for the day. I went to turn in my photos for the state fair. I turned in my 3 photos, and the guy in front of me was turning in his photos, and they were all... Oh, someone shot me or something. They were all photos of Utah, and like, they're beautiful. Don't get me wrong. He took some technically brilliant photos of Utah with like the red rocks and the good colors and sunset. It was a skillful taken photo, but I feel like it was artistically bankrupt. Like, I've seen that shot a million times, and if I Google beautiful photo of Utah, I will get 1,000 photos just like the one he created. So like, I struggle with calling it art, 'cause like I'm not trying to disparage the dude. Like, he can do whatever he wants, but like, are you really an artist with a camera if you're just taking the same photo that everyone and their mother has taken, right? Like, everyone has a photo of the Utah Red Rocks. They're all over online. It feels artistically bankrupt. It feels like I've seen that photo before. So it just, I wasn't impressed. I feel like maybe I'm a jerk for thinking that way, but I don't know. I wasn't impressed with it. It's a meat sauce made with cinnamon, typically served on spaghetti, cheese, beans, onions. That sounds delicious. I would try that. That sounds super delicious. I would eat that in a heartbeat.
Stay back! Shit! Guys, over here! Someone's here!
That sounds super delicious. Give me the beans. It's very polarizing. It's weird how polarizing food can be. People get such strong opinions about food. Like the whole pineapple on pizza. We've talked about this before. I truly don't think anyone hates pineapple on pizza. I think people have been conditioned by memes to hate pineapple on pizza, but they don't actually hate pineapple on pizza. Same thing with like hot sauce. Like, you can put hot sauce on anything, right? You can put hot sauce on pizza. You can put hot sauce on chili. Put hot sauce on yogurt. Hot sauce on oatmeal. Like, people get so upset when I tell them I put hot sauce in my oatmeal, but it's delicious. Super delicious. Oh, I see the person. 'Cause it's gross. Is it gross though? I don't feel like it's gross. Hot sauce chili is delicious. Hot sauce yogurt, delicious. Nobody eats savory oatmeal. I wouldn't call hot sauce savory. I don't think hot sauce is in the savory category. Hot sauce is its own category. Hot sauce is the seventh food group. You know, it's its own thing. The only thing I don't think you could put hot sauce in successfully, and I know I'm going to curse myself by saying this, I don't think you could put hot sauce in milk. I don't think hot sauce milk would be very good. However, Frank's Red Hot Sauce proudly says that you can put it on everything. So maybe we should try a glass of hot sauce milk and see how good or bad hot sauce milk is.
Stay back! Shit!
Should we try that next on stream, y'all? Hot sauce milk? How do you feel about hot sauce oat milk? Dex has a vote for yes. That's one vote yes.
An access to her. She was trying to hack the elevator's security. Circuits are fried. Easy fix. Just need to find a new data set.
Savory oatmeal isn't a thing. I mean, oatmeal is basically just wet granola, right? So like you can have a savory granola bar. So why couldn't you have savory oatmeal? And yeah, we eat spicy pickles in curd rice. It's a pretty good combination. I have tried the Indian pickles, and those are strong in a good way. They are very flavorful and very strong. So I am a fan of the Indian pickles. I don't think I'd just eat them right out of the jar. You definitely do need to put it in something else. It needs to be like wrapped in something or put in something else. But I am a huge fan of Indian pickles. Alright, so we're sneaking behind this guy. Nope, he just turned around. Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, do we get a wrench to whack him in the back of the head? Am I trying to take his gun? Like, what am I trying to accomplish here? Alright, he's gone.
Feels like we're standing around waiting to die.
Power. Doesn't seem to be anything here. Oh, hello there. Excuse me. I am, hello, Amadip, how's it going? My husband eats olives with his pasta, spaghetti, and I can't, like black olives and spaghetti? I could see black olives and spaghetti, but like a green olive? I don't know about green olives and spaghettis. You know what I've had a craving for the last few days, though? I wanted to try some SpaghettiOs. I used to love SpaghettiOs. I wanted to grab a can of SpaghettiOs and eat that, but there is so much like sugar and garbage in the SpaghettiOs. I don't think I can stomach a thing of SpaghettiOs. There's just too much bad in the SpaghettiO. Okay, did we just go backwards where we weren't supposed to go? Oh, I guess we were supposed to be here. Okay. So what happens if I run at this person? She fires pot shots, but will she actually hurt me? No, she can't. Okay.
Guys, over here! Someone's here!
So, what am I gonna do? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to restore the power and find the thingy for the thingy, but like... how? I grab the thing and then I hide from them, but then they just wander around. So like, what is it I'm trying to accomplish?
She was trying to hack the elevator's security. Circuits are fried. Easy fix. Just need to find a new data set.
Find a data set. Maybe I just need to go back like all the way. Like,
Do you really want to take that
there's
chance?
nothing up there. So maybe if we go down here.
Okay. If you find her, tell her.
Maybe there's something back here? Okay, let's hide in the vent, maybe? Okay, let's see. Maybe if they come through here, maybe I can watch for them. Find the thingy for the thinky. Not even Tolkien was writing masterful dialogues like these. As I choke on my water. That water hurts. Ugh. I am writing though. For fun, someone mentioned I should do a Five Nights at Freddy's Dungeons and Dragons campaign. So I have been slowly putting that together to see if I can make it work, and it has been a really fun thing to put together. Five Nights at Freddy's, but Dungeons and Dragons. So hopefully that will turn into something at some point. I'm slowly building the animatronics and the encounters and all that sort of thing. Okay, so they didn't come this way. I feel like what I need is over there. So it's got to be in here somewhere I need to go through. I guess they're guarding up there, so maybe there's a way for me to go up and to the right. Maybe that's where I need to go. So if we just... Oh. They're all down here. Nope. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is not a very good game. Like, I definitely do not feel like this is a very fun game. We've been playing for an hour and a half. We've seen the alien for a half a second. You just slowly wander around trying to figure out what to click. Like, this does not feel like the 9 out of 10 perfect game that Reddit was making it out to be. Like, it's very... It feels very weak. I'm kind of upset at Reddit that they convinced me to buy this game, because this is... We might not play this a second time. Like, I thought it'd be like, oh, we're so scared of the alien and all that, and it's just been... walking around slowly. It's a good atmosphere. It's not even building good atmosphere though. Like, I don't feel like I'm really immersed in an atmosphere. I just feel like I'm replaying the same section and clicking A on everything. Like, you remember in old Doom before like the internet, how if you wanted to find secrets you just had to run around and jam A on the walls until you would find something? That's kind of what I feel like I'm doing. I'm just walking around jamming A, hoping to hit the right thing. Okay, up here. Okay, there's a vent. We haven't gone in here, so you believed Reddit. That's on you. That is my bad. You are absolutely right on that. That is my bad. You should not trust in Reddit at all. Flare, compound B. Bonding agent, scraps. Okay, cool. I found like a broom that I can't do anything with, so I guess we'll go back up here. And we'll check and see. Okay, can they see me through the vent hole? I don't think they can. So maybe if we go up this way? Nope. Alright, well, I got to go start my chores and start my day and get ready for Monday. So we are going to go do that. So let's end, as always, with our prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Lord, thank you for this blessed day, and thank you for all that you do for us. We continue to pray for all the people who are starving, all the people who are hungry, all the people who are going without food, water, or other necessary supplies. Lord, help them. We continue to pray for all the people who are considering vocations of marriage or the priesthood. Lord, help to guide them. We pray for all the people who've run away from home or who are lost, who don't know what they're doing or where home is. Lord, help them. We pray for all the people who are going without a job. Lord, help to find them jobs, help them in the job hunt. It is a very difficult struggle right now for so many people. Help to guide them through those difficult times. And finally, we pray for those who have no one left to pray for them, those souls who have been forgotten, the souls in purgatory. Lord, help them. All this we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. All right, everyone, that does it for me today. That was a horrible game. I'm sorry. We'll do something more fun on Wednesday, I promise. Thank you for joining me. Make a good Wednesday. I know or Monday. It's going to be a long Monday. It's the start of the week, but we'll be back at it on Wednesday. Have a great and blessed day, everyone, and we will see you again soon.